Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mustafa wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ahli sidqi wal wafa ila yaumil lam takul lahu nihayah. Respectable to the master of ceremony and honorable to the judges and my beloved audiences who are in happiness. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful, firstly, let's thank Allah who has given us a whole lot of comforts, from the smallest to the biggest comfort, every day, every hour, every minute, and every second in life. A divine gift of grace for each human in this world. Those comforts were fair, and no difference between a small man, a big man, a weak man, a strong man, then we can assemble in this great place and time. Secondly, let's send every peace and implication to the most glorious prophet who had dwelt in the holy word for God. And he is the last of 25 prophets in the world, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a successful man in forming a complete character of human in this short time. As he said, "Innamal bu'istu liutammima makarimal akhlaq." Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that environmental crisis is one of the problems we face in Indonesia. This country experienced the waste management emergency. Currently, Indonesia is the second largest waste producers in the world after China. So, we have a lot of garbage in trash around the country in every provinces. Or maybe, if I'm talking about the country, we'll talk about the capital city. See, Jakarta produces about 7,500 tons of garbage every day. But its landfill only have a place to hold about 2,200 tons of it every day. See, this country has a garbage overload, trash everywhere. Or maybe it's too big to talk about the country, I'll talk about the city. So I will talk about our environment. As Santri, our environment is Islamic boarding school. In my experience, before I was learning in my boarding school, there are a lot of parents and my friends prohibited their children to learn in Islamic boarding school with any reasons. But one of those reasons is they say that Islamic boarding school is a dirty and disgusting place. Is that right? Of course not, I don't accept it. See that, in fact, according to the data of the government, this country has more than 28,000 of Islamic boarding schools around the country. So, some of them have the program is Eco-Friendly Pesantren Program. This Eco-Friendly Pesantren is a program from Ministry of Religion Affairs and Ministry of Environmental and Forestry that combine with basic religion, cleanliness, education, and modern environmental knowledge. It's important for us. We need to learn about it. So, if we want to change the side of people and the mind of people about the Islamic boarding school, we need to promote this program around the people. But how to promote it? First thing that we can do, we can promote it from an education. But first, we need to educate ourselves about it. We need to learn a lot of lessons about environment. Even religion teaching, like the words of God in the Holy Quran, A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innallaha yuhibbut tawwabin wa yuhibbul mutatahhirin. And the words of the Prophet Muhammad, Innallaha tahurun wa yuhibbul mutatahhirin. Well, let's take the last word from these words, al-mutatahhirin. See that scholars from a long time ago translated this word for different meanings to solve any different problems. And in the case, we want to take the meaning of holiness or cleanness of environment itself for the case. If we educated ourselves, we can educate people about the importance of it, such as using a workshop. Workshop will expand the people's mind, expand the people's knowledge about the importance of environment protection. Then, we can promote it by practicing around the environment. According to the crisis that is happening in our country, we can start it from stop using plastics. See, plastic is the most dangerous garbage in the world. Can you see a landfill in Jakarta or a great plastic garbage island in the Pacific Ocean? It proves that plastics, it's difficult to be decomposed by decomposition in the ground or in the water. So we need to stop using it, or at least we reduce it. Then maybe we can do reforestation, or make a green open area. We plant trees and plants everywhere, because trees produces an oxygen for any creatures every day. then maybe we can define the waste between organic and inorganic waste. We can use an organic waste to make a compost for the plants and use an inorganic waste with a recycle to make any useful things. Then another promotion in this program is an advertisement by using social media like YouTube or Instagram for Islamic boarding school, or mass media like banner, posters, newspaper, or maybe we can advertise our Islamic boarding school and the program of it with ourselves. When we are at home, we can teach everything and we practice everything we've learned in Islamic boarding school about the environment. So maybe the people will look at us and change their mind about the Islamic boarding school. They will think that Islamic boarding school is the clean place and not the disgusting place. So we need to put in our head that Islamic boarding school, it's not only an educational institution that it's practice an educational activity. It is also create a better social life and perform the program of eco-friendly pesantren. We need to solve this crisis. This is one of the biggest crises of this country. We can start it from the smallest things around us. As an example, when you see a small trash or small garbage in front of you, you should take it and throw it to the trash bin. Or if you don't find it, you can take it, put it in your pocket, and walk until you find the trash bin. Well, it sounds simple, but it's hard to do. I proved it, I knew it. But we need to try. We need to solve the crisis in this country. If you don't try, you need to think about it, imagine about it. Imagine living in the world with the trash around you. Imagine sleeping on the garbage bed. Imagine sleeping on the garbage bed. Imagine living in the trash garbage and drinking with the dirty water. It's really disgusting, right? It's really disgusting, of course. So, we need to solve this crisis. Clean every condition, clean every environment around us. So, it will take us, so we will solve our crisis and clean our country. Maybe that's enough for me. If you find mistakes, I apologize. I have made a ton of it because I'm just an ordinary person who doesn't escape mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.